Hey, it's Jamie Zuck from DotWeekly.com. So I'm trying something new. This is domain movers, and I'm not sure about the format that I want to use for it, but we're going to try it like this, kind of like a screencast kind of thing. So let's get into today's domain movers. This is just over the past couple days, and what domain movers is like an insight, early insight into what domain names some companies are buying. Unfortunately, a lot of these, I do not know who the buyer was, but they are larger companies because they use domain name brand protection service. So let's get into the list. I made a list myself. So the first domain is thisworld.com, and that was acquired by CSC Corporate Domains client, and the domain name held a buy it now of $11,955. And another domain to go along with that was thisworldofours.com, which was also acquired by CSC. I don't know what it is. I researched it a little bit. There was a song and a singer. Potentially could be that. So, but I'm not 100% sure who the buyer is for that. The next domain is Kuumba, Kuumba, and that was also purchased by a CSC client. Now a little bit bigger name, OWG.com. That domain name was owned by Telepathy Inc. Was likely high five, maybe low six-figure domain name sale. I would probably guess, based upon Telepathy's past domain sales, that it was likely at least a low six-figure sale. Two domain names that expired that were owned by larger companies. One of them is mbvt.com, and that was owned by Merchants Bank. They, let's see here, I believe they use merchantsbank.com. It appeared to be a branch, potentially. It was used for email, so not sure why they let it expire, but it did. The next expired domain is from Bolt, Cummings, Connors, and Barry. So that's bccb.com. And they are using the great domain name, bradley.com. And they had a bit of a name change. So it's Bradley, Arndt, Bolt, and Cummings. So it's still a name that I would keep, but or at least sell, and just letting it expire. With Bitcoin, I could see that name fetching, I don't know, $5-7 grand, something like that. So important asset that they just let expire. Let's see here, nbd.com. So I have a bit of a suspicion on this one. It was owned by the National Bank of Dubai. It was registered at Network Solutions, and it was set to expire in July of 2018. And right around the expire date, it transferred to GoDaddy under Whois Privacy. So in general, Whois may look like that the new or the past owner just transferred the domain and renewed it by doing that. The suspicion comes from me directly because I was aware of damage.com being a stolen domain name. So that domain name was also registered at Network Solutions. I spoke with the owner of that name, and Whois looked a little fishy to me. So I think nbd.com could potentially be a stolen domain. And the main reason is because at Afternic, the domain name damage.com and nbd.com were listed in the same account. So I just don't think that that would be a coincidence. So I would say right now to use caution if you were considering to buy nbd.com. I think it was for sale for right around $60,000 at Afternic. So I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say that one is stolen without talking to the owner, but I would be cautious with that one. Potential new game from Spill Games. They registered flareblast.com. They are pretty good at acquiring the exact match domain names to their new games that they launch. And then the biggest one for today is Aladin.com. And Aladin.com was owned by Frank Schilling's Name Administration Inc. And they have owned that domain name prior to the movie coming out. I think it was in 2009 when Aladin the movie came out. So the price tag on this one, see right here, $390,000. And the domain name transferred from Uniregistry to Key Systems, which is a corporate, corporate service, or however you want to put it. And here it shows a French name server. So as to who the buyer is, since GDPR, you can't see. It doesn't resolve, but I would have to assume that it's a potentially French company. And there's a company called Aladin Sky Atlas. So they're a potential buyer for sure. It could be somebody else. It could be a different brand. So that was the biggest one that I have found in the past coming days. Great name. I don't know if they paid $390,000 for it, but probably $300,000-ish. So here's the full list for today. Right here. Thisworld.com, This World of Ours, Kumba, OWG.com, MBVT, that's an expired domain, BCCB.com, expired domain. Both of those expired domain names should be unnamed yet because I believe both were registered at Network Solutions. NBD.com is the potentially stolen domain. Flareblast.com was registered by Spill Games. And Aladin.com was acquired by a Key Systems client. So let me know what you think of this. I might just talk about it and hold the list or something like that in my hand. So not 100% sure about the webcam, that kind of stuff. So this has been DotWeekly.com's Domain Movers. Sorry for the shorter list, but there's not a whole lot I can do now that GDPR is covering up the majority of domain name data. Leave me your comments. Let me know what you think. Thank you.